Fields, it's a stark contrast to last year at the same time. Though overall, the crop is about 3 days ahead of average. Corn and soybeans responded well to a week of hot weather. 17% of farmers have now moved on to third crop, alfalfa, and a few of them are also moving on to grain harvest. It is underway in our area, so does your crop measure up? Adam Barta is here from Rio Creek Feed Mill. Good morning.
Morning, Malene. Thanks for having me.
I love that you've picked a farmer's bouquet of things to bring to the studio today. What do you have in your hand and what are you seeing at the mill?
I have a little assortment of some of the small grains that are ripening right about now that you might see yellowing up in the fields here. Okay. The first primary crop would be winter wheat. Okay. Probably what's typically the most acres on a year like this, as it fits great in the rotation for both feed and a cash crop. The bedding or the straw part is very essential too. Year in and year out, there's a lot of soft red winter wheat grown in the area. Okay. Then I have oats, which historically has been a mainstay here in northeast Wisconsin also. Acres have really dwindled the last couple decades, but definitely this year there's been quite a bit more put in as we weren't able to get that winter wheat crop in and people were looking for a source of straw and bedding, an alternative crop besides the mainstays of corn and soybeans. Okay. I also have a rye plant here. It's becoming a little bit more popular, I would say, as the cover cropping has becoming a little more popular. It fits in a wide array of rotations. It's got a very tall stem. It fits very well as a forage for a lot of farmers in the area. So that's becoming a little more popular and is also yellowing up in the fields right now. Some of it's been taken off as forage ready. And then I also have barley. Barley is another really good cover crop, also good food and feed for the cattle in the area. You might see some fields of barley sprinkled in and ripening up right about now too. What
is your team looking for? Is there anything that is kind of highly coveted, so to speak, when it comes to a crop?
Well, certainly the wheat straw is, as those acres are quite a bit down from the average year. I want to say we're in that 20% of a normal year. Wow. So the straw is really counted on by the dairies and the bedding industries in the area. So that's really made a higher demand than normal for the straw that wheat. It's a premium straw. The oat straw will certainly help take up some of that, but the wheat is definitely the primary bedding used in the area for cattle and for feed also for the rations.
Now, when it comes to testing, are you guys able to do some of that for folks? I know you can bring in the small bags to get samples done. Is that something you recommend before people bring in the entire crop?
Yeah, a lot of guys on a day like today where we have a little bit of cloud cover but no rain, trying to see where that wheat is at, if it's ready to be combined or not. A lot of guys will come in with a small sample and literally call the combiner to say if they can go out and get combining or if they want them to wait another few hours or maybe wait till tomorrow when it's a little better day. So that's something we have as access to for our customers. And then we also sample the loads as they come in, obviously, for qualities of both moisture and test weight.
As we're looking ahead to fall, is it important to get any contracts or things in place at this point in time, or do we have a little bit of wiggle room yet?
Yeah, it's something you certainly want to watch as the markets, as they've been up and down a little bit here. We had a real promising spike in the wheat market a couple weeks ago. We got well into the fives, which a lot of guys like to see a 5 in front of what they're locking in their grain for. So you want to keep an eye on them. We offer numerous different texting options on that you can see really with very little time of where the markets are at and maybe harness that contract that was a little better price than maybe the day before.
Well, good luck on a very busy season ahead, no doubt. I hope the weather holds and continues the way it has so far this year.
Thanks, Malene.
Thanks for being here.